All right, this is to answer this problem number question number 3. All right, question number 3 is, let me erase this. At what time is the rocket at its launching height for the second time? Remember, your rocket started getting launched at 60 feet, right? So it went up all the way up there, up to the vertex, the maximum height, and it starts to go down. So as it goes down, at some point, it will reach a height of, again, 60 feet, right? That is the launching height, isn't it? That's the launching height. It will reach it for the second time. So the first time is when t is equal to 0. The second time is when t what? That's the actual question. So there are two ways to answer this. Since you know that the height is 60, this is the first way. You can either say, well, when the height is 60, what is time? Okay, that's the question. So therefore, you can substitute that in this formula. You can say 60 equals negative 2t squared plus 10t plus 60. Okay, since this is a quadratic equation, you need to set it to 0. I'm going to subtract 60 here. I'm going to subtract 16 both sides. So now I have 0 equals negative 2t squared plus 10t. Now I need to factor this one out. So my common factor is negative 2t, right? So now I'm going to factor out negative 2t. So 0 equals negative 2t. Now this divided by negative 2t, that means t. This positive 10t divided by negative 2t, that's negative 5. So now that it's fully factored, you can set each factor that has a t equal to 0. So now you can say negative 2t equals 0, t minus 5 equals 0. Solve for t on each side, plus 5 plus 5. So therefore your t equals 5. That's one answer. And in here, divided by 2, therefore your t is equal to 0. So these are the times when your height is 60. And it should make sense because at t equals 0, the height was 60. That was the launching time, right? Now, after this second number here means after 5 seconds, again, the height is 60. So it takes 5 seconds to hit 60 as a height the second time around. This is the first way to answer. Now, the second way to answer is understanding the concept of axis of symmetry. So, what is axis of symmetry? I'm going to erase this. Okay. So, axis of symmetry basically means whatever is on the left is exactly a mirror of whatever is on the right of the axis of symmetry or line of symmetry for parabola. Okay, so this is taking me a long time to erase. Okay. Okay, so let's say you have a xy axis here, and you have a parabola here, and let's say your axis of symmetry is exactly, if this is your vertex, it's right smack on in the middle. Okay, so what this means is that this point right here is mirrored on the other side. So meaning this distance right here is exactly the same distance as this. If you get another point, let's say if you have another point here, this point is an exact mirror of this. So if let's make up some points. Let's say this first red point is 3 comma 2. So that means this is 3 and then this is 2, right? And let's say the vertex here is 5 comma 10, just for it as an example. Okay, 5 comma 10. So that means the x here is 5, right? And so the height here is 10. So well, how far is this point to this distance right here? Well, if this is 3 and that is 5, then that means that's 2 units, right? So therefore, this point to this point must also be 2 units, right? So if that's 2 units and this is 5, then this one right here must be 7. So this must be 7 comma 2. Okay, because they have the same y. Now let's say this one right here is 4 comma 8. I'm just making up these points, all right? So they may not be right. All right, so that's 4 comma 8. Well, how far is, if this is 4 on x and that's 5, that means that's 1 unit. So therefore, from here to here must be 1 unit also. So therefore, this is 6 comma 8. they have the same y, their x's are equidistant from your axis of symmetry. So if we apply that concept, we know that this vertex here is 2.5 something. I forgot what's the height, but it takes, this vertex is 2.5. So that means it takes 2.5 seconds to reach from this point to that point, right? So if we're gonna mirror this, this is x here is 0 comma 60, that's the height. Therefore, if we draw our axis of symmetry here, from here to here, that's, this is 0 to 2.5, so this is 2.5. So therefore, from here to here must also be 2.5. So therefore, the total x value here is 2.5 plus 2.5 must be 5 seconds. So this is 5 seconds comma 60, because they have the same height of 60, but the time is 5 seconds. So either way you use the axis of symmetry concept or you use the substitution concept, you should end up with 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, it will be 60 feet again. All right, I hope this helps.